Hey guys, once again, here I am, I'm back. It is Monday at 4:59. I was able to squeak out about 5 minutes early, so that's a plus. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Not really too much to, I guess, catch you guys up on. I'm still here. I'm still kicking. All is well with me. I guess the one thing I do want to say is that I know I've been slacking a lot with all the TikTok stuff. Been keeping up with this, so that's good. That's what's the priority to me. But yeah, so I'm gonna put a lot of effort into making sure that I get a TikTok out today, because it has been a while, and if I feel like if I don't do it now, then I'm gonna kind of drive myself crazy trying to catch up to where I am, because I think we're at like seven videos or something like that now. So yeah, I want to try to get that done today. And yeah, what else can I be transparent with you guys on? I think we're pretty good. So as always, whenever I make a video, before I publish it on YouTube where you watch it, this version of the video, I always watch it back, before publishing it, just to see how it came out from, I guess, the perspective of the camera, the phone lens in a way. Yeah, I remember similar to my second ever video. I was very self-critical of myself in the moment. I wasn't overly pleased with how that video came out, and then looking back, I realized I was just being very hard on myself for really no good reason at all. And then so that was kind of my message in the beginning of the next video, the next day, my third video. And I kind of got that same feeling with the video I made on Friday, last video I made. Yeah, I felt like it just wasn't the best. I kind of built it up in my head throughout the day of like, this is gonna be such a great video, it's gonna be really cool, like it's gonna be awesome. And then I felt like I wasn't able to like fully deliver everything that I had kind of built up in my head already leading up to it. So I wasn't overly happy about it initially when I pressed stop recording and I get out of my car. And then, I watch it back, and really I just was getting in my own head a lot. I was psyching myself out a lot. So I'm gonna harp on that today of don't do what I do. Don't get in your own head too much. Don't psych yourself out. Because, once again, I am no perfect human being. I have faults and flaws, but I'm here just like all you guys who are watching these on a daily basis, which I really appreciate. That we're always just trying to get better every day in some way in our lives. So yeah, I guess that's my thing that I'm working on the most right now, on top of pretty much everything, if that makes sense. But just trying to stay out of my own head a little bit, because I think it's a balance, and it kind of connects to what we talked about with Friday's video, loving yourself, and also kind of what I'd sprinkle in what seems like every video of accepting that you're not perfect. I think it's a balance between the two. My personal view is that while yes, you should love yourself, you always should. You should also, I'm trying to figure out a good way to put this. You should also always strive to be better than you were the day before. You should you should strive to be perfect, even if perfect isn't a real thing, if that kind of makes sense. You should love yourself. You should love the journey that you're on and the progress that you've made so far. But just know that there's always new stuff to learn and new stuff to get better at, and better versions of yourself to become. And that there really is no such thing as, perfection and being perfect. So I kind of want to, because that was something I've been thinking about watching the videos back, because I was kind of thinking to myself, like I'm saying, love yourself, accept yourself, respect yourself, appreciate yourself and all that, while at the same time, challenge yourself, and always try to be better, and don't view yourself as perfect. And I figure that might be confusing for some people. So I guess I wanted to kind of clear the air a little bit and give my 2 cents about it. And yeah, who knows, maybe whoever's listening, maybe that helps them out with whatever, which is, again, always the main point of these videos. And speaking on that a little bit, I woke up this morning and I had a really cool thought that I honestly surprisingly haven't had before. I woke up and a thought that crossed my mind was, I wonder if there's anyone who's looking forward to watching these videos every day. I like to think that there are, just to make myself feel better. But yeah, it was a thought that kind of crossed my mind very early in the morning when I woke up. I wonder if there's someone out there, some loyal fan who wakes up in the morning and looks forward to me making these videos. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that there, because I feel like that got the point across pretty well. But yeah, honestly, like, I didn't know what to talk about today. I surprisingly didn't have that many thoughts, if that makes sense. Normally I'm a pretty, if you haven't kind of noticed, I'm a pretty deep thinker about a lot of things, a lot of small things, turns out. Pause. But yeah, I surprisingly didn't have like a lot of thoughts today, really, about anything. It's kind of funny because sometimes, like, I'll see those memes where it's like they're not even memes. I don't even know how to describe. I don't know what they are, but I see these things, and they're like, it's like when mom asks you like what you're thinking about, and you're like, nothing, and then your mom's like, no, like, actually, like, what are you thinking about? Like, you got to be thinking about something. Like, what are you thinking about? Tell me. And you're like, no, nothing. And then it like cuts to like the inside of your head, and it's literally just blank space. Literally, like, you are thinking about nothing. And I think that's just more of a guy thing than a girl thing. I think that's why, say, our mothers never understand when we say we're thinking about nothing, is because we're literally thinking about nothing. Well, that was kind of me for most of the day. Like, I was at work, doing my 9 to 5, and I was just doing my thing, getting the job done, and really, I just had no like major thoughts, throughout most of the day. I had a few, and the few that I did have, I'm kind of speaking to you about. But yeah, didn't really have that many things to talk about, so kind of figured today would just kind of be like a winged day. Whatever I got, whatever little things that I thought about today, for whatever reason, I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, just kind of air my stuff out. Just whatever I gotta say, just doing just that. So that's what we're doing. It's kind of a winged day, which every once in a while isn't the worst thing. Again, I'm still kind of in this experimental phase where I'm figuring out what works best for me. And at first, yeah, I tried being very structured, and in doing so, I was kind of stressing myself out. And then I tried taking the polar opposite approach, and it honestly kind of worked out pretty well. And then I tried finding that kind of middle ground, but I started leaning more towards the more structured approach, and again, just slowly started psyching myself out, getting my own head. as I kind of mentioned earlier. So yeah, I guess now I'm just reverting back to the more natural way, like no plan whatsoever. So I don't know. I think I'll just bounce around a ton and just really like whatever I'm feeling. If I have a day where I have a lot of good thoughts that I want to share with you guys, maybe I'll tailor it to be more of a structured video to get all my points across and not miss anything, for the most part at least. But yeah, if it's a day like today where I just happen to have not so many thoughts, call it a case of the Mondays, I don't really know. But yeah, I guess that's just what I'll do. And hey, it's going so far. It's going good so far. I mean, so yeah, there's something, of course, this is like the common theme that happens every video. There's always something that I want to say that always leaves my mind. So we'll see if I come back to it. But I guess to yap along for a little while longer, traffic wasn't bad at all today, so probably won't be too long of a video, which might end up kind of bailing me out a little bit. I guess we'll find out. But I saw this interesting TikTok, and again, I try to do a good job of reading a little bit every day, and of course I find myself on TikTok, but I kind of built up a good algorithm, so I don't consider it the worst thing possible. Like I'm not gonna expand too far out into that, so do with that what you will. But I kind of found a good algorithm on TikTok where it's showing me like good stuff and stuff that kind of makes me think and kind of expands my consciousness in a way. I hope I'm saying that right. But yeah, so I read, and I find myself on TikTok sporadically throughout the day. Not at work, of course, but yeah, I saw this TikTok. I want to say it was yesterday, and it was this guy who asked this wise man what he could do to help build his patience and stop being an impatient person. And what the guy told him, it actually kind of caught my attention and made me remember it. What he said was, and I'm going to do my best job in explaining this, was your want for more patience is because you are impatient. And the word patience is only made a word, the word patience is only made to be the word patience because impatience exists, if that makes sense. It made sense to me. It makes sense to you. But what he said, what really stuck with me was that we use the word patience a lot because it refers to us not living in the moment and being present now. He said when you're rushing around or you're trying to get somewhere fast, say like you're driving to work or you're driving home and you're just trying to get there as fast as possible, or any other thing where you're being impatient. He said you're not enjoying the moment now. You're looking forward to the future, or maybe not looking forward to the future, but you're just trying to get to the future, that you're not being present and you're not appreciating the moment, which is, the moment which is right now. These drivers, man, sometimes they get to you. But as always, give them patience. I'm not perfect, and neither are they. But yeah, so really, I guess one of the things that I've been kind of telling myself since I saw that video yesterday, but kind of want to share the message to you guys, because if it helped me, I'm sure it could help whoever's watching this too. But enjoy the moment more. You could be looking forward to something in the future, you could be dreading something in the future, and either or, it always takes your mind out of the present. And yeah, I'm not really sure what to say now, but yeah, just really learn to enjoy the moment more, because that's really where the beauty of life really is, I guess, in a way. I don't know, I'm learning more about this. I've been thinking a little more about it, but I think it's a really good lesson to learn. So it kind of reminds me of that, like, Kung Fu Panda quote, where it's like, yesterday's history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present, right? Shout out Master Oogway. But yeah, I mean, you could look at it as a kid's movie, but I think that, that's a pretty good thing to try to live by and remember every once in a while. So yeah, I mean, since hearing that, I drive a little bit slower to work, and I kind of hang out in the slow lane a little more now. Again, just trying to, instead of thinking about, while I'm driving to work, only thinking about getting to work and getting there and setting up and getting my coffee and whatever tasks I have to do today. Instead of doing all the thinking ahead of time, just really trying to remember to just, breathe, look around you, and enjoy the moment. And yeah, it doesn't just apply to going to work. It applies to everywhere in life. So that's what I'm trying to practice and do a little more, besides, getting out of my head all the time and psyching myself out. Just, and enjoying the moment and all the little things that come with it that really, I'm sure, make life worth living, I guess, if you want to get deep about it. But this kind of reminds me that going kind of way back to the beginning of the video, when I first watched back Friday's video, and when I stopped recording, I wasn't too happy, and I watched it back, and I'm like, yeah, like, it's actually a pretty good video. Like, there's really nothing wrong about it. Sure, it's not perfect, they never are, but like, I'm being way too critical of yourself. And again, it's good to hold yourself to a high standard, to do what you want and to get what you want out of life. There's nothing wrong with holding yourself to a high standard, but you just have to know where the boundary is between holding yourself to a high standard and just also kind of abusing yourself from, the inside, and being way too critical of yourself when there's really no use behind it, right? Again, like, you spend the most time with anyone else in this world during your lifetime. I totally just forgot what I was going to say, but there's no one that you spend more time with during your life than, yourself. So again, just treat yourself good and try to remember that every once in a while. But yeah, like, looking back at the video, and I come to realize, like, dude, like, I'm being, like, what I'm doing, not to, like, brag or toot my own horn. I know that's something I say a lot, toot my own horn, but not to do that. But like, this is a lot more difficult than just, say, like, sitting in a chair in my home just talking to you guys. Like, I'm driving, like, I'm multitasking, I'm trying to think and remember and drive and not crash and get stuck in traffic, and yeah, I'm kind of, in a way, like, engulfed in chaos. And I know that's something that I've mentioned, but yeah, just kind of giving yourself a little more credit. Like, of course, this is infinitely easier than, say, doing, like, a workout or working my job during the day, but there are still unique challenges that come with it, and because of that, there's growing points. So again, I'm still growing, I'm still kind of new to this, so bear with me as always. But yeah, just kind of taking a little easier on myself when things don't seem to go as perfect as I want them to, and just realize that, hey, like, you're trying to get a very good message across as best you can, but at the same time, you have to worry about, getting home safely, and, like, all this other stuff that you're doing, remembering your thoughts and all that. So, just kindly reminding myself to take a chill pill, in a way. But yeah, so learn from me, and learn to enjoy the moment more, and quit getting in your own head. That's been a big thing for me, and I've made a lot of progress, but of course it's still something that I could work on for sure. So yeah, that's what I'm that's still what I'm doing. And everyone's difficulties and challenges and all that stuff in their own individual lives, like everyone's different. So my challenges and my strengths and my weaknesses and all that stuff, it's gonna be way different from anyone who's watching this is. You know, we have two totally different perspectives and biases and backgrounds and ways of thinking and all that stuff. So what comes difficult to you might come easy for me. What comes easy, and then what comes easy for you might be difficult for me. But you know, we're all in this together, and we're all trying to do the same thing at the end of the day. So that's what I want to try to help you guys on. But yeah, I'm trying to think about what else we can talk about. Wore a yellow shirt today. It's kind of funny because whenever I get dressed for the day, I always think like I don't want to wear like the same shirt or even like the same color shirt twice and look like a scrub in front of you guys. So I try to be very diverse with the colors and the patterns that I wear and keep you guys entertained and let you guys know that I have more than like 2 or 3 outfits. So I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, what else? Yeah, so again, a little bit of a random video today, just kind of random, sporadic, tiny thoughts that I'm sharing with you guys, but that's not a bad thing at all. If I'm gonna be doing these every day, then I'm allowed to take it easy on myself and give whatever you guys I got, if that makes sense. But yeah, another thing, I remember my very first video, and if you watch that, shout out, you're an OG. But if you watch that, there was like a blowing noise in the background the whole time, which was my air conditioning. My phone's set up on like a little phone holder in my AC vent, and the speaker's just directly in the airflow. So it was a little, I don't even know, you could hear the air blowing all video. And so what I did after that is, I watched it back and I heard it. So I turned the AC down, but now the AC in my car is no longer working. So what that means is that, lucky for you, you won't hear the annoying blowing noise anymore. But I'm also going to be a little sweaty of a guy, especially this week. I think where I am, we're having a bit of a heat wave, so I'm gonna be a little more sweaty of a guy. And so hopefully I don't get too nervous. All right, hold on. These kids are selling lemonade. I'm gonna buy some. I'm gonna do a good thing. Give me 1 second. All right, I just did a nice thing. I bought some lemonade for some boys. So hopefully, that was a little small act of kindness that made their day a little bit. I like to hope so, because yeah. So I'm home now. So I'm a little sweaty now again because my AC is a little broken. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I'll have this one up tonight, and hopefully, really hoping on a TikTok up tonight as well. But yeah, talk soon. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.